Conley has been ailing with a sprained foot. Gasol's been healthy. He's missed one game this year. Zach Randolph goes to work, working on his former understudy 1 year when he was at Portland. LaMarcus Aldridge switches and goes to the offhand, banks it in. Memphis on top 2-0.
And Memphis is deep as well. They got to move this Memphis defense around. I mean, that's the key. That's why they're so good. Once they're set, they're great.
Look at Gasol attacked the rim, goes right at Lopez and laid it in with a reverse right hand. And again, a couple of buckets scored in the paint.
Whistle there. Welcome to playoff basketball, Kevin.
Gasol outside will sling and hit. And a great start for Memphis.
And really a good start on the defensive end. You don't Memphis here at home.
What is it Memphis does? It's so disruptive here on this screen and roll. Aldridge takes it right up the middle, laid it in. Well executed play.
Well, they're very
moving immediately into the starting lineup with Tony Allen going to the bench. Backdoor lob to Green. Redirects out of a double team. Lead for three. Count it. What a play by Jeff Green.
Well, it was a great read. I think the pass was intended for Zebo, but Courtney Lee staying home at the corner, able to knock that one down. Memphis off to a great start on the offensive end, Kevin.
4 of 6. Aldridge goes one-on-one on Marc Gasol, former Defensive Player of the Year. Sails over the rim. Saved by Green. Deflected into the hands of Lopez to Aldridge for the jam. He's got 3 buckets, and that's it for Portland.
Would you like?
Courtney Lee up the floor, eyeballs Green, gives to Conley, slants in, the sidestep to Lillard with a right hand, a little razzle-dazzle to the cup, Memphis on top.
That's a great sign right there, Kevin, to see Mike Conley, who missed that 3 earlier, get into the paint and make that kind of move on that foot to get to the other.
This time he wants to go to that left shoulder with a right hook that's off, came in the rebound. Muscles up, look at the fighting inside, the battle inside between Aldridge and Zach Randolph.
Great battle there, and LaMarcus is going to pick up a technical in disgust, slamming that ball down, so he'll pick up a technical foul. And this is where Memphis likes to live, Kevin. I mean, anytime it gets physical like this is advantage Memphis.
14-9, the fireworks are about to begin on Beal with 2:49 left in the first on TNT. 1 for 10. Udrih, Gasol, Lee on the end line. Pitches to Gasol. Good ball movement. Triggering the jumper. Got it. A triple threat guy. Gasol can shoot it, pass it, put it on the deck, and go from out.
Games for LaMarcus Aldridge last year in the first round, Kevin, and great series for Portland is after 14 years finally getting into the second round.
Udrih leans in.
On the defensive end of the floor.
Keep an eye on the 17-year pro Vince Carter in the corner near his own bench. 4 to shoot. Udrih will take it up top and knocks it down. 4 jumpers by Udrih. And
open. Vince Carter had sagged in, feet set, able to knock it in.
Allen back in, gives to Green, fakes and drives, lays it in. Been surveying who's available, who isn't. Lewis, what about it? Both teams come in here nicked up as Udrih now is 6 for 6 from the field. 16 minutes per ball game. Aldridge backs down between defenders, laid it up, heartbreak. Look at him stay with it on the second effort. Laid it in. LA is fouled and he heads to the line. What a great pro Aldridge is.
Portland needing a spark there and went right at the mismatch. Jeff Green, that's a hard matchup for
in the first half. And Conley D's up on Lillard, trying to get a little space. Turns the corner on Randolph and laid it up and in. Scoring his first bucket after 14 minutes on the floor, Damian Lillard.
And how easy was that one, Kevin? Not very easy. Not a lot of room for Damian to score.
Green fronts Aldridge, who gets the lob, sets up and fires. Came in the recovery, fouled in the act, he banked it in.
It's exactly the kind of possession, Kev, that I'm talking about regarding Portland's ability to rebound offensively on the weak side. You know Aldridge on the left side is going to make a move to...
Seconds left now for Portland on the inbounds. 4:49 to play. Here's the lob to Lillard. Catches, finger rolls it up and in. Brilliant play by the Blazers.
Really great execution as well on the baseline as Lillard comes off for that curl and Batum lays it there in front of the rim, which is a difficult pass, Kev, with the backboard there. Great control from Damian Lillard.
This is Marc Gasol. He's in his zone, turns with a high hook of 12, rolled it in.
Soft.
Looks at the clock, 2:44 showing, second period. He'll drive to the hole, laid it up and in. Mike Conley with a burst into the lane. Doesn't look like that foot's bothering him at all right now. Conley turns the corner to give Memphis a 13-point lead.
Doesn't happen often, but Grizzlies in transition. How Marc Gasol, he believes, is one of the most underrated players in terms of how many things he does from that position.
Backdoor lob thrown on time right to location. Kamen up top to Aldridge on a high-low number. Aldridge swooping in. He has 14 tonight.
Kamen, a good job so far in this game, Kevin. Not only setting bone-rattling picks, but making some plays from the elbow.
He got pushed down that time as Lillard had to close out on Gasol. Missed the jump shot. Dead. Overplay by Conley. The pick. Nobody near him. 54-37, a 17-point lead after Portland had labored to trim that previous 18-point lead down. Out surveys, Gasol will take it on Batum. They'll let him ISO. The drop step, the lead, the bucket, and the harm will go to the line. Marc Gasol just took Batum in deep and ragdolled him.
Well, Big Spain fired up, had to miss.
Batum snares a pass near the sideline, goes to work at the boundary on Green to the inline. Nice follow-away touch, Nicholas Batum. From him here in the playoffs.
For 2 years, Kevin, they've arguably had the best starting lineup. As we see the lob to Lillard, that's an easy two, and that's the playmaking ability of Batum, something Terry might explore. But not having Wes Matthews play on both ends, having that.
Aldridge sidesteps Gasol.
Well,
back down, grabbed by Lillard.
Great job by Mark to stop that 3-on-1, but it ends up in the Batum 3 that siblings have ever had in this league.
I'll remind that of JB the next time. Tom and Dick Van Arsdale.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Yeah, they were.
Zach Randolph knocks down another. The fact that Powell and Mark tipped that ball off during All-Star Weekend. I mean, what a remarkable moment for the two of them, and what a remarkable moment here in Memphis as the Grizzlies are opening it up against the Trailblazers. This is a great matchup between the two of them here in the first round.
Lillard, little stop-and-go number, but he had two defenders, by the way, now with a dozen here in the quarter. Plants himself on the post. They have other ideas. Conley into the lane. Laid it in. Mike Conley going through two big guys to lay it home. Flexes his muscles for the crowd here in Memphis.
These are just great signs for Memphis to see Mike end up. You got to figure when he's playing good, team's pretty much unstoppable.
On their way to 55 wins this year, Aldridge into the lane, went into the air, raised, and got Allen right in the mug. Tony Allen got popped. Welcome back, Tony. Comes down to the rebound. Both coaches now have got to consider Wednesday's game. Here's Udrich into the lane. Look at him look away, and then take it right to the cup to lay it in. Oh, a sleight of hand from the vet. Udrich off the screen and deep. Kufis wide open for the hammer. How about the job that Tim Duncan has done this year as well in limited minutes, 18 years in the league. Kufis goes up, denies McCollum. A rebuke from Memphis. Nothing has been easy for Lillard tonight as he is decked. Count the buckets, send him to the line. Lillard with 13 points. All waiting for him at the cup. Allen, the hammer. 7:36 remaining, and that made. Hasn't been a lot of explosion for Portland in the rim tonight. Memphis has been very good defensively, holding the Blazers to 33% shooting, forcing them into 13 turnovers and scoring 20 points off the turnovers. Memphis wins.
Questions for the Blazers as to how Terry Stotts is going to deploy his troops with the injuries to Kamen and Aflalo here in Game 2.
Conley to the end line on the backdoor cut in the feed up top from Gasol, and it's 2-0 Memphis. Conley moving well. C.J. McCollum was the starter in Game 1.
Well, Crab is a defensive-minded guy that's not seeking shots, and with Lillard and Aldridge, that's what you want as he gets his first deuce here in the first.
5 for 21. He had the 14 points. Scoreless except for one free throw in the first quarter of Game 1. Here's Aldridge outside, triggering a three. Got it. LaMarcus Aldridge, a three-pointer, where he's attempted over 100 this year in regular season.
You and I talked about it, Kevin. I especially when it goes in. You're going to live with that.
Here's Conley outside, triggering for three, knocks it down. That's something that Memphis rarely does. 4 assists. I don't know that you could ask much more from him. Here's Conley out high, two-man play to Gasol, laid it in.
Upsetted himself for missing those, but makes that layup on Lopez.
Batum will survey, giving to Aldridge. Batum will handle the ball more tonight and look to play make. Aldridge, turnaround jump shot, nothing but net, and he is off to an outstanding start. 3 for 4. 34. Game 1 played just under 25 minutes. Beno Udre played 24 minutes, taking, of course, a lot of wear and tear off of Conley, who finds Gasol moving deftly into the paint for the lay-in and the foul.
I think it's a great thing to watch, Kevin, as Marc Gasol did not find his game at the
Aldridge. Portland winning the 50-50 battles for those balls that are loose now. Here comes McCollum. Nice pivot in the paint and transition late at home.
On defense and making Memphis feel real good about resting Mike Conley. Had his best playoff performance of his career.
Bottom of the shot clock, and Lee beats the buzzer on a well-timed deep two-point shot.
I think just stick with our coverages. That's the main thing.
All right, Trey. Thank you.
Thank you.
LaMarcus Aldridge off to an outstanding 3 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Sips a pass over to Aldridge. Taken away by Tony Allen. Udry sets his feet. The crowd responds as Memphis takes the lead of 2 and a timeout on the floor. Memphis' first lead since 2-0. Carter takes it away. Udrich the other way. Look at him shift through traffic. And they bring him to the foul. Udrich comes up limping. The Blazers need a timeout. Lillard over the top of the screen. Conley into the lane. Checked by Aldridge. 11 to shoot. This is Green. Fills it up from 3. Memphis came into tonight's play. In the regular season, they were 29th. Carter races over and beats McCollum to the ball. Deflects it, gets it back. He triggers and hits a triple.
Well, that's playoff Vince that we know.
Lillard checked by Allen. Sneaks by him. Scoops and scores. It's going to be tough sled.
So Lillard finally gets his way to the basket.
Conley off the pick, using the offhand, twirling it off the window, up and in. Batum on the move. Tough shot over Vince Carter.
For that, too.
Conley on the toss from Gasol, the leaner, with the right hand. That is his offhand. Banked it in. Blazers in 5 games this year against the Grizzlies have not cracked 100 points. 106 left here in the second. Conley off the screen for 3, knocked it down. The three-point shot very much in the arsenal of the Grizzlies tonight, where they have hit 5 of 8.
If the Grizzlies are out shooting Portland from the three-point line, Kevin, the Blazers are in big, big trouble in any game in this series.
Portland. Lopez looks off defenders, takes it to the hatch, and slams it with 2 hands. Nicholas Batum handling. Lillard off the ball action. Aldridge will fire and hits from the elbow. Miss from Batum. And now Batum defending Lee. Off it comes to Randolph. Ducks under, reverses, swatted away by Aldridge. Recovered by Randolph, regroups and lays it in.
Will be a subtle push to get LaMarcus away from the ball. Great second effort, and Zach Randolph finally on the board, Kevin.
For the Blazers, his first 6 years in the league were with Portland. Lob pass intended for Batum. Caught it right on time. Lee comes down with it. He's got numbers. He'll push. Deflected away by Batum. Alert play, but Randolph makes the catch and lays it in with a friendly roll. Beno Udry trying to stay warm. A recovery by the Grizzlies and a reset of the clock, and it allows Lee to bear down on McCollum and lay it in with the right hand. Conley, long distance connection to Lee, who fakes Lillard out of his boots and then knocks down at Jimmy. He played 14 minutes in game 1. He turned an ankle in the walkthrough yesterday. Inside, Marc Gasol, the hanging right-handed hook. Randolph forcing Aldridge to play defense here in the third. Aldridge bumps it. Zach will back down. More contact made. He goes in, gives him the right shoulder. Right in with the left hand.
Was there any questions, Hebo?
5 to shoot. Lee deep on the clock. Leans in for 3 and got it. And the Memphis Grizzlies can do no wrong. A guy who believed in winning first quarters. Sure, it's great if you can, he said, but I put more importance on the third. Well, they were outscored by 1 in the third quarter. Leonard knocks down a triple. Comes Memphis. Green to the end line. Finds Carter. He hit a 3. Boy, that was quite a shift there. That's a 5-point swing.
Yeah, being along the baseline looking for some help as he tiptoed and Vince Carter squared up, and he knocks down another.
Lob to Leonard up top, right on the money. It's Carter in the corner, checked by Batum, 7 to shoot. Green has a little one on him on Blake. He'll settle and hits a follow-away jump shot. Jeff Green, 4 of 13, has 9 points, and Memphis now hitting some clutch shots. It was Carter a moment ago, and now it's Green.
And Vince Carter, great hustle on the defensive end, saving the ball out of bounds to Jeff Green, who I think was wearing skates, took a seat, advanced the ball, and then takes advantage of Steve Blake.
Offensive end, not a turnover in the last 17 minutes. They have just 4 for the game. Gasol across the middle. Contact made. Off the contact. No sweat for Big Sp. Not his 8th year out of Ohio State. Weaving his way in with the right hand. Goes up and under. Scoops it home. A left-hander who loves to use that right hand. And a 15-point lead for Memphis. Just like that. Mike Conley, best.
But they may get Aaron Aflalo back for Game 3. Ross Schneiderman, our producer. Howie Slinger, associate
Crowd, but just trying to find enough offense against this incredible Memphis defense. A tall order at this point for Portland.
Game 3 Saturday from Portland on ESPN, and we will have it for you on Monday, Game 4 in Portland on TNT. Doug Barry and I will be there along with Lewis Johnson when the series goes to Game 4.
It's important for LaMarcus Aldridge to see his first shot go down as it will be for Damian Lillard.
Good look from Randolph, and Allen able to finish despite the attempt from Lillard. 6 to shoot. Batum on the spin, gives it up. Aldridge can't finish, and the shot clock does not expire. It'll go down for LaMarcus Aldridge. Just got it off in time.
He realized right ball over, but Memphis good at forcing turnovers, and they've been better at converting them.
Here's Conley cupping it up and in beautifully off the window.
Michael Conley is difficult for bigs to defend when he attacks the basket because he's comfortable shooting with either hand. Exerting for bigs trying to help on him.
Lillard, he got it. A much-needed make for Damian Lillard, who had made just 1 of 11 threes in the first 2 games of this series.
As good as he is, that's very...
That's what it takes to get the W, guys.
That's terrific stuff, Chris. And Mike Conley, a guy who connects on that jumper. And PJ, he's someone who... Courtney Lee with the crossover, the bucket, and the foul.
Courtney Lee with a nice changeup. He kind of got Chris Kaman leading the wrong way. You wonder sometimes when you watch these two teams. Very nice, very a little bit. There was some pretty good defense being played. There were some deep shots. Now again, Portland makes those shots often, but they took some tough shots in Memphis.
Randolph, what a look from Gasol, who fired it right back to gives it up. Kaman dropped it too softly. 8 to shoot. Good movement around to McCollum. He got it. His first career playoff 3 after McCollum had missed his first of this second quarter. Here's a Aflalo. Jump stops through, connects, and the foul. Such a vital player to this Portland team with really values. Shot clock down to 7. Here's Calathes. Nice find, and Koufis with the righty hammer plus the foul.
I love Nick Calathes' aggressiveness early. He's made shots for himself by attacking the rim, and when he's drawn to help out a little bit, C.J. McCollum has always had a scorer's mentality.
Playoff career high for McCollum, who's come out shooting well here in Portland. Grizzlies run, their lead is 12. Aldridge looking to take it to Koufis, ducking in, gets the roll, and field goal number 1. 6, they really slow it down.
They're under control. They'll run when it's there.
Lillard to the rim. points for Damian Lillard, who is 3 of 4 from the floor.
Every possession has a Memphis Grizzly slashing through or driving to the rim.
Lillard, another.
The Portland All-Stars have exchanged roles. Damian Lillard's got
Immense struggles in games 1 and 2. Conley, he got it, and the foul. And a flex to go with it from Mike Conley.
Hey, what I loved about that was Michael Conley took the...
Randolph lobs it in. Carter got it to go, and the foul.
Zebo with an excellent look inside. He sensed the defense coming over to help against him. So he's back.
Lillard weaving through traffic and finishing.
We talked about the complementary players playing better at home. There's an all perimeter defenders in the NBA.
Randolph, 2-for-1 opportunity for Memphis. Taking it to Aldridge and finishing over. Aflalo sees Batum. Great ball fake and delivery. Movement. Here's Lillard. Batum will try and connect. His 4th 3 of the night. Each other in practice here in Portland. Aldridge's first year in the league before Randolph was traded in part to let Aldridge flourish and hit shots like that. And wanted to sign a max deal to stay in Portland. This year he's been a little bit more, let's wait and see when we get to free agency.
I told him not to give the scoop to Chris Broussard anyhow. So.
Zach Randolph, 14-point edge here in game 3. Aldridge working on Randolph with 5 to shoot. Another difficult look. That one drops for LaMarcus Aldridge. PJ, a lot of games.
Anybody matches up well against Golden State, but Memphis, if Memphis defends the way they're defending against Portland, that would be a good series. Of course, they still have a lot of work left. Excellent passer. He's the most complete center in the league.
8 to shoot. McCollum. Nice move to free himself and finish with Gasol this year, whereas Memphis was 22nd and shot the 2nd fewest.
So much for stats.
Randolph hooking through the lane. Zach, Memphis leading by 11. Good cut by Green, and he gets it to go. Will they count it? They will.
Well, they have to count that, and we're going to see that. We'll see that later tonight on SportsCenter. Good decision by Zach Randolph because he didn't force it when he got the ball. He waited, and a really good lead pass. There was not a lot of room there. He threaded it right by Nick Batum, and then Jeff Green with a circus finish underneath. Look at that.
Look like Lath is with 11 off the bench. The 5 in double figures for Memphis. Aldridge with 2 on him, off 1 leg. McCollum and Lillard, the 5 on the floor for the Blazers. McCollum wrapping around, denied emphatically by Kufi for Memphis. Now Carter around the Gasol screen. Slides through for 2, nifty finish.
Nature of the Memphis offense has disappeared.
Gasol trying to create himself. He does.
But the grind is still there.
Fouls. Here's Batum. Fading and hitting Nicholas Batum. Now Lillard jetting ahead. Gives it up. Batum. You bet. Tony Allen. Allen to the rim. Puts it down. And Memphis back in front by 9.
2 Tony Allen baskets. Moving without the ball. He leaks out one time. See him? He's out there with Damian Lillard. Damian made a strange choice. He went up. You got to go back. Tony Allen, 2 monster baskets.
Gasol with 25 points, 13 of 14 from the line. And Courtney Lee now with 20 points on the night as well. Memphis with a playoff record, 39 free throws made. The Grizzlies' domination of Portland continues. You can count that final bucket, but all it's going to change is the score.
not the result. 115-109 the final. Memphis takes a 3-0 series lead here in this first round of the Western Conference playoffs matchup. Take a look.
He started defensively on Aldridge there. They got Zach to him.
Calathes played 4 years in Europe. Triggers another three on the right side, and he knocks down another triple. 10 to shoot. Lillard steps back, triggers and hits. Just inside the three-point perimeter. Damian Lillard's side, but couldn't finish. Lillard, the pass up the floor, throw it on a dime. And spinning it in was Batum.
Well, a great cut.
The step in for the Memphis Grizzlies. Marc Gasol goes to work on Lopez. The step back is up and in. Marc Gasol averaging 8 over to Aldridge. Green defending. Aldridge sidestepping and laid it in with some power and burst in the paint.
So set himself up well to knock down that jump shot.
Memphis by 1. Batum is ready for a three and drilled it. Weaving his way to the end line, he threw it away to Batum. Glances at the clock, clears midcourt with 7 seconds. Works his way top of the arc with 4, over to Lillard, into the lane, to the glass, swoops in and lays it home with 2 shot clock. Goes to Kufis, bearing down on Leonard, sweeping left-hand hook up and in.
Wow. Beautiful left hand by Kufis there. Maybe that'll get him going.
Blake takes Udry off the Aldridge screen. He's flattened. Leonard outside, another look. Got another one. Myers Leonard launching and hitting his 3rd three-pointer here with a hand. McCollum, 2-man play to Aldridge in the pick and slip. Backs down on Randolph. Rocks, turns, fires and hits. Uncanny ability to fade, to get those shoulders square, and finds the target.
Now, when he's going, obviously he's going to make shots where you don't have it.
Myers Leonard and McCollum, 2-man play. Slip screen, ball deflected. Grabbed by Green, up the floor, into the lane to the glass. Acrobatic move to the window by Jeff Green in transition.
And again, I mentioned that, Kevin, when Jeff Green's able to get his feet set, he's very good.
Nick shooting 35% from the field to get him. Lillard splits a pair of defenders. Nice ball fake and laying it in as Gasol went into the air.
See Steph Curry go to that move a few times with the Warriors, Kevin, coming full speed, making a nice jump shot, showing the ball to get the big man to go for it, Lillard. But ended up getting the second possession for Portland.
14 foul on Memphis. Lillard, the extra burst to the glass, laid it in with the offhand. Portland leading by 4, and Damian Lillard here tonight taking matters into his own hands. He's hit 5 of 9. He has 10 points. To the end line, will loop it outside. Green slowly off the screen, pitches over to Calathes. He's already hit a couple of threes. Knocks down a third. A guy that was shooting 26% from 3 to Leonard. Checked by Gasol. Leonard very active, slips the screen, leans in and lays it home. Myers Leonard having a sensational ball game. Gasol finds a cutter. It's Tony Allen, so good at moving without the basketball for the right-hand flush.
One of the best cutters in the league from the weak side, and I think the most important part about Tony Allen's cutting is in that high screen, but freed up Udry again.
Lillard spins, goes up and under. Oh, what a move by Damian Lillard. 55-46 now. Crowd on their feet. 10 points, Calathes. Outside to Gasol. Randolph the follow. He tapped it up and in.
One thing, they repeat that kind of performance in the second. That's dangerous territory for a bench that doesn't produce many points.
Lee outside triggers and hits a 3. Courtney Lee with a triple, and Memphis down 7.5 comes back in 3 minutes gone by here in the third to take the lead 58-57. Memphis quarter. Crowd starting to hush as McCollum drives into the lane. Again, met by 2 defenders. That's a terrific move with the offhand. Who was heading to the rim, anticipating a rebound. Calathes steals in the backflow. Randolph in front court with Allen, and a 2-hand jam as Memphis was cherry picking on a terrific play by Nick Calathes.
Calathes beat 7 guys up the floor.
Memphis leading here by 7, and Lillard operating top of the arc, steps back and hits.
We talked about how much better he's been in the second half, and he's continuing that trend here tonight.
Lillard to blow bys. Part of that is the ability of Mike Conley to distribute the ball so beautifully, as well as Lee comes off that screen of Gasol, leaping, and have done a sensational job filling in for Mike Conley tonight. Green is after it to midcourt. Green's got one to shoot, triggers and hits a three. Jeff Green reels in a deep one. And Memphis has a 10-point lead, and Portland needs a timeout, facing extinction here tonight.
Well, for Memphis, even bad position.
He'll align the floor and then pull up over Udry.
Must be the workhorse for this team.
Free agent at the end of the year, as is Marc Gasol, who ducks under on a beautiful reverse with a left hand. Collin picks his pocket on the push, looking to tie the ball game. Laid it up and in, and we're even at 82.
CJ not to be denied there, Kevin.
Marc Gasol backs down on Leonard. Batum to assist, 5 to shoot. Gasol turns the high hook, up and in.
There's going to
assists. He has given the Grizzlies a 2-point lead. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Lillard a triple. Got it in the foul. Tony Allen closes out, makes contact, and Lillard will head to the line with the Blazers leading by 1.
Tony Allen under the screen here, and Lillard squares one up from deep. Slight touch of the hands there after the shot was released, and it's fourth quarter time, and we know that Damian Lillard's one of the best in the business in closing. Hasn't had those opportunities in this series, but maybe he's got enough tonight, Kevin.
Portland led by 7 at half, Brent, and this is their first lead since 57-55 in the first minute of the third quarter. Lillard Allen over the top of the pick. Right with Lillard. 9 to shoot. Lillard gets new dribbles into the lane, kicks to McCollum, sets his feet for 3, and fills it up! C.J. McCollum.
You can get something from Mark.
Galethus over the lead to the glass, blast to the rim and laid it in. 19 and 2, 10 seconds remaining. Portland by 2. They'll come to aggressively play McCollum, and then they foul Lillard. Free throw shooting team at 80% this year. Lillard has done major damage here in the fourth to Memphis. Now with 15 and 1/10 seconds remaining in the ball game. Portland by 4. Marc Gasol hands off to Vince Carter. Back to Gasol. Rolls to the hole for the slam. 8 and 9/10 seconds remaining. Batum inbounds to Lillard. Crowd hushes. Free throw. California, 2-time All-Star. Gets the second
Free throws late in the game to seal the victory.
4-point lead. 4 seconds left. Lee triggers the 3. Coming down with a rebound. Batum, and listen to the crowd here in Portland, Oregon. Since the series has extended.
Batum getting the crowd a little bit more fired up after the defensive stop, throwing in this 65-footer, Kevin, just for good measure.
Remember, Memphis had a 10-point lead with 8:48 remaining in this game. The missed free throw by Batum, followed by Aldridge. Final score for Portland, 99-92. Memphis leading the series now 3-1 with Game 5 coming Wednesday at the Grindhouse in Memphis, Tennessee.
Grizzlies still without Mike Conley, looking to close out their series against the Trailblazers once again. Zach Randolph came out hot in the first. Randolph scored 8 points in the first quarter after he only scored 6 points combined in the first quarter of games 1 through 4. Big start, though, for Randolph tonight. Second quarter, Grizzlies down 1. Randolph misses the tough shot in the paint, but Vince Carter with the putback slam. Another look. Carter with the tip slam, reminiscent of his old self. Carter pumped. Grizzlies back up 1. Just over a minute left in the second. Grizzlies up 3. Carter fakes, drives down the lane, and slams it uncontested. Carter looking like he did in his Vinsanity days. Grizzlies now up 5. Third quarter, Blazers down 8. Damian Lillard drives, make a great pass to C.J. McCollum. He knocks down the 3. 33 points from McCollum in this game. That's the most by a Blazers reserve in franchise history. Later in the third, Grizzlies up 1. Take a look at Randolph here. Shoving match with LaMarcus Aldridge, and Randolph is called for the offensive foul. Then Randolph shoves Myers Leonard after that call was made. Refs would give Randolph a common foul, his 4th foul of the game. 4th quarter now, 5 minutes to play. Grizzlies up 3. Jeff Green knocks down the jumper. Grizzlies up 5. 1 minute later, same score. Green fakes, drives, scores, and he's fouled. Grizzlies up 8 after the made free throw. Bench is loving it. Next Grizzlies possession, same score. Randolph working the post, hits the beautiful fadeaway jumper. Randolph pumped. Yellow towels a wave, and Grizzlies up by 10. Under 2 to go, Grizzlies up 9. Calathis with a baseline jumper. Injured Mike Conley pointing in approval. Grizzlies win Game 5, 99-93, and win the series 4-1.